3 tricks billionaires use to make their money work for them. Hey guys, today we're going to list 3 tricks billionaires use to make their money work for them. Let's get right into it. Number 1. They start early but smart. Investing involves some risk, but done correctly, it can help you grow your savings over time. Saving money in a savings account may appear to be the safer option, but savings account interest rates rarely keep up with the rate of inflation, which has historically averaged 3% per year, so you end up losing money in the long run. In comparison, the annual stock market return is 10%. Beginning to invest in your 20s or 30s gives you a significant advantage over those who wait until their 40s or 50s. This is because money contributed earlier in life has more time to grow and thus becomes more valuable in the end. Think about a $100 investment. After 5 years, assuming a 7% annual rate of return, 10% average annual stock market returns minus 3% for inflation, you'd have $140. However, if you had waited 10 years before touching the money, you would now have nearly $197. And if you invest money in your 20s, and don't touch it until you're ready to retire 40 years later, that initial $100 is now worth nearly $1,500. But you just can't start smart. You have to choose the right investment decision. Those looking to get rich quickly are most likely to invest in what they believe will be the next hot company to skyrocket to fame, but all too often, this costs people money rather than making them richer. The most astute investors understand the value of diversification, selecting well-established companies that will be around for decades and remaining within their circle of competence. This is a term coined by Warren Buffett to describe the industries and sectors that a person is familiar with. For example, if you work in energy, this would fall within your area of expertise, and you would be able to make educated decisions about which companies to invest in. Smart investors also avoid attempting to time the market. Instead, they use dollar-cost averaging, which involves buying a certain dollar amount of a stock or another investment product on a regular basis. You'll buy when prices are higher and sell when prices are lower. In the end, you'll pay a reasonable price for the stock rather than risking losing money by investing at the wrong time. Number 2. They make aggressive investments. Billionaires do not typically accumulate wealth by investing conservatively. Rather, they are frequently willing to take on risk in exchange for a greater reward. The 7% return used in the previous example is actually a few percentage points lower than the stock market's average, so we assumed a stock-heavy investment portfolio in the aforementioned calculations. A bond-heavy portfolio will likely experience less volatility, but it will also generate lower returns. Now, instead of a 7% return, let's apply a 4% average annual return to our $500 monthly investment over 50 years. We're now looking at a total of $916,000, which is still impressive, but clearly not $2.44 million. If you are unsure about which investments to make, you can seek the advice of a financial advisor. Many wealthy people do this when they no longer have the time or inclination to manage their own finances. These advisors collaborate with you to determine your long-term objectives and develop a personalized plan to help you achieve them. If you want to go this route, go with a fee-only advisor rather than a fee-based advisor. Fee-based advisors may earn commissions when you purchase specific investment products, which may cause them to prioritize their own financial needs over yours. Number 3. They never make hasty decisions. The stock market is a very volatile place. It can set records one week and then plummet the next. However, billionaires rarely react to market downturns, which ultimately helps them avoid losses. One thing to remember is that when you invest in stocks or bonds, you don't lose money until you sell them at a lower price than you paid for them. As a result, if a portfolio worth $1 million suddenly drops to $900,000 during a market correction or recession, you're not out $100,000 until you start selling off investments left and right. As a result, when market conditions begin to deteriorate, avoid making rash decisions. If you invest for the long term and wait patiently, there's a good chance you'll avoid losses and come out ahead. Furthermore, retirement accounts are your best option for long-term savings that you don't intend to touch for decades. These accounts provide unique tax benefits that can help you save money in the long run. Traditional IRAs and most 401ks are tax-deferred, which means your contributions reduce your taxable income in the year you make them, but you must pay taxes on distributions in retirement. These accounts make the most sense if you're nearing the end of your career and believe you'll be in a higher tax bracket in retirement. Roth accounts work in the opposite direction. You don't get a tax break in the year you make the contributions, but all of your retirement distributions are tax-free if you've had the account for at least 5 years and are 59 and a half or older. If you believe you will be in the same or lower tax bracket in retirement, a Roth account is a better option. In 2019, you can contribute up to $6,000 to an IRA and $19,000 to a 401k. Adults aged 50 and up are eligible for $1,000 and $6,000 in catch-up contributions respectively. While becoming a billionaire may be out of reach for many of us, it never hurts to learn from those who have amassed extraordinary wealth. Finally, keep in mind that most billionaires did not become so overnight, so if you follow the advice above, you should gradually but steadily improve your financial situation. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.